Namaskar. Here in this lecture, we are going to study about spring force. That what is a spring force, what is its magnitude, and what is the direction of force. Because as we know that force is a vector quantity. So as a vector, force will both have magnitude as well as direction. So we will study the concept of spring force in detail, which is a basic concept used in dynamics or in classical mechanics in the various questions. Before proceeding to our chapter, this topic, I must have request you to subscribe this channel and also press the bell icon to get the easy notification. And before leaving this lecture, at the end of this lecture, please in the comment section leave a feedback also so that I can improve my upcoming lectures. Okay, so let us start our topic without any time wasting. Spring force. So in the spring force, the magnitude is given by magnitude of spring force. The basic formula for the spring force, that is F spring, we normally say is equal to K into elongation or compression. What is elongation and what is compression? Elongation is the increased length of spring and compression is the decreased in the length of spring when spring is compressed. Okay, so spring can be compressed as well as elongate. So the magnitude of F spring is equal to K into elongation or compression, where K is equal to force constant of spring, which will be given in our questions. In many books, we normally see that the F spring is equal to F is equal to Kx. Normally, we see in books that there is given F is equal to Kx, where X is given as displacement. Okay, this is not the general formula. The general formula is this one. Okay, so X is here not displacement. Here X is the elongation or compression in the spring. Done. Or here we normally say that there is minus sign also. So this minus sign, we say that force is in opposite direction to that displacement. Hence we use the negative sign here. This is the true concept, that the direction will be given as direction of this force, direction of spring force. So the direction of spring force, before telling the direction of spring force, there is a property of spring, that spring always tries to restore its natural length, or you can say that spring tries to restore its natural position. Using this fact, we can tell the direction of spring force. Okay, so direction of spring force can be told by using the fact that spring always spring always tries to restore its natural length or position. Using this fact, we can tell the direction of force. For example, let us assume there is a block. I am assuming there is a block, this one, that is of mass m1, or this block is connected to a spring, and the other end of spring is connected to another block of mass, let us say that is m2. If I extend the both mass by grabbing in my hands, and then spring will be elongated in some length, that is the spring will become extended. You can say that the diagram will look like this. Okay, so here is m1 and here is m2. So after that, this elongation, if there will be natural length x, sorry, a natural length will be L, then if I extend this spring to the length x, so using this concept that spring always tries to restore its length, that is spring will try to restore its length, that will be in this direction. Hence, so force, that is the spring force which we will the spring will apply into itself on the mass m2 will be in this direction, that we will call F spring. And we have elongated the spring in this direction at a distance x. Okay, so there we shall use minus k into x. The direction of displacement of this block m2 and the spring force both are in opposite direction, Hence, we have used here negative sign. K is the force constant, x is the displacement of block M2. In the similar way, if there will be in this direction, the force will be applied on the block M1, that is F spring. Okay, so you can say that the spring will always tries to restore its length. Hence, the F spring is equal to K into X, which is negative. Done. So if there are two blocks connected to another spring and they are compressed, then spring will try to take its initial position in this direction. So spring will apply force in this direction and in this direction. Okay, so spring force will be in this direction, that is F spring. And here if it is compressed to a distance, let us say x, then this F spring will same as before, that will be F spring is equal to minus kx. Okay, the basic concept is is F spring is equal to K into elongation or compression. We not have to say it is the displacement of block. This is wrong method. The right method is F spring is equal to K into compression or elongation. We have to use these terms. So if I say that, let us see another example. If this is wall and a spring is connected here, and in the spring there is a ball connected, okay, and another spring is connected here also, this is connected to another ball. If I capture this mass ball, that is one ball, or you can say its mass is m1. If I capture this ball and extend to into this direction, if I apply force and let it be at this point, so the spring will become the position of the spring will become like this here, and this will become like this here. Okay, so from the initial position here, we are displaced this ball to this direction x. Okay, and if let us say the natural length of spring is L, and I have displaced this ball in the horizontal direction at a distance x. So what will be the spring force in this spring 1 and spring 2? What will be the spring force and in which direction? Can you apply? Can you say that this spring force will be in this direction? No, spring force will not be in this direction. Spring will try to restore its length, that will be in this direction, and in this spring that will be in this direction. Okay, so what will be the magnitude of that spring force? F spring, will you say that F spring is equal to K into X here? X is the displacement. No, that will not be Kx. Here we have to use the elongation. What will be the elongation in the spring? That will be used. Here the spring is elongated because this ball is displaced at this point. So the elongation in the spring will become, as this length is L, and this is x, then what will become this length? Using Pythagoras theorem, this will become Lx square plus x square. So F spring becomes K into under root L square plus x square. Okay, this is the basic concept which I wanted to tell you, that the spring force is not always Kx, that is the spring force is K into elongation or compression. Done. This is the magnitude, and direction will be shown by using this concept that spring always tries to restore its natural length. So this is the lecture of spring force. In the next lecture we shall study about the buoyancy force. Okay, till then, have a good day.